And they're off. Okay. Well, here we go. Welcome to the show, nice and live. And it's episode 376, and we've got plugins for drawing on images, switching images, and HTML sitemaps, and more, all coming up on WordPress plugins A to Z.
WordPress. It's the most popular content management and website solution on the internet. And with over 60,000 plugins to choose from, how do you separate the junk from the gems? Join John Overall and Marcus Couch for this weekly unrehearsed conversation about the latest and greatest in WordPress plugins. This is WordPress Plugins A to Z.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be hiding out there on the globe today. Coming to you direct from the Brewery Overlook in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I'm John Overall. And unfortunately today, Marcus couldn't join me. He's off doing some other things at the moment, so it's just me for the show, and it's going to be a slightly bit different than usual. But before we get into that and jump into that, I want to play and honor respects for my father, who passed away on September 10th last month. And I wanted to play him Last Taps and Respects for CW04 Gerald Wayne Overall. Okay, with that being done, many people who've listened to the show or checked out the show notes all month, you'll notice I had dedicated the show to my father, and it's been a very busy month for me. So with that, let's proceed with the show. And of course, right off the top, you can get all the show notes over at wpplugins.com. And if you got a few minutes, we greatly appreciate your time over on Stitcher Radio, Google Play, and in the iTunes store, subscribing to us and leaving us a review. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, where you can catch the show live the first Monday of every month. And usually it's at noon on those first Mondays of each month. But occasionally I have to move it, such as today I had to move the timeline simply because I had a couple more things to deal with with my father passing away. So, and please follow us up on Twitter or on our Facebook page. We do try to answer anything that comes through there on our show, on our social media platforms. And you can also jump over to our website and subscribe to us on our website. Just go to the lower right-hand corner. You can click to subscribe to the newsletter, where we send out regular weekly information. And also, if you want to get hold of us, click the bottom button in the corner and leave us a voicemail. We get those up into the show as soon as we possibly can. Okay, so with all that being said, let's move on to the first plugin I have here today. First up, what I've got here is a plugin called Draw Attention. And this plugin here is one that helps you create interactive maps on your images for your website. You can map any image you want with it. The free version, which is what I checked out, allows you to edit up and have one image available. But if you need more than one image for it, you have to go to the pro version. It's a really nice, useful plugin. You can use it to draw all kinds of things onto a photo image, and then it creates a pop-up window when people mouse over it for additional information. Very useful plugin. There's lots of other tools out there to do similar things, but I thought this would be an interesting one to bring to the table for people. Okay, and I give it a 4 dragon rating. So go check it out. The plugin is Draw Attention, and it's available in the WordPress repository. Okay, and this show here currently brought to you by, with all the changes in website requirements, pulled, compromised, and abandoned plugins out there, now's the time to update and upgrade your WordPress website. JohnOverall.com has 20 plus years experience and offers hosting, maintenance programs, support, and more to keep your site up to date and running smoothly. We offer free estimates and only bill you for the time used, not by the block. While you're caring for your business, let JohnOverall.com care for your website. Think of us when you think of WordPress. Visit JohnOverall.com. Okay, yes, come visit my website. I handle all kinds of stuff for WordPress, everything from development to hosting, and specialize in fixing hacked websites. So come give me a check out. And also brought to you by X2 Marketing. It's your full-service digital marketing brand development agency. Whether you are a solo provider or a small business, enterprise-level company, you can power up your marketing with X2. So go check out x2marketing.com. And to let everyone know, we have had a winner from last month's contest for the Ultimate Bundle from WP Booklist. Congratulations, Craig. And his information will be going out to him shortly for it. It was valued at $83. And we do have a couple more contests that I haven't fully prepared yet, but they'll be coming back for next month. So make sure you check the newsletters for when they go live. So subscribe to our newsletter to check that out for when it goes live. And what else do we have here today? Let's see. No, I'm not doing 10 plugin solo. Sorry. It's only 6, and I'm only doing my 3 today and talking about a few other things, though. Thanks, Larry. I will be more interactive, though, today than usual. Thanks to those that have joined us live. I really appreciate the live viewers that show up and say hello. Okay, the next plugin I've got for you is a great little plugin. Can come in handy for folks. It's an image switcher plugin. Now, somewhere in the past, we've reviewed similar image switcher plugins, but this one's brand new. And what it allows you to do is allows you to put up 1 or 2 images, and when people mouse over it, it swaps the image for them. It's not a slide across and compare, but a swap back and forth between the 2 images. You can put up a before and after image. You can put up 2 different images that allow it to pop up. You can create a shortcut code from the thing to put the images anywhere you want. You create them as custom post types is what it does, and then allows you to use a short code to place it anywhere within your site that you'd like. It's a really nice plugin. It works great. It's fairly easy and straightforward. Being brand new, they're still working on the additions to it and stretching it out. But at the moment, I found it to be quite an excellent plugin, and it's one that I had to give a 5 dragon rating to. Okay. Could make for a short show, but I try not to leave it too short today. Now, we do have a fair amount of things up and coming into the future. And right now, we got a little bit of listener feedback and other things to talk about. And we do love listener feedback on the show. And we put it back to the show to say thank you for your time. And this week here, we got a new iTunes review, which came in. And the iTunes review came in by Utility Locator, USA Store. And it says, "Hey guys, I love this podcast and seriously look forward to each episode. The team always have a great new plugins for review, and I have discovered a bunch of plugins that I never would have found otherwise." And so thank you very much, Utility Locator. Really appreciate those reviews in the iTunes Store. And if you can, take a few minutes. If you haven't already done it, please give us a review in the iTunes Store. Let us know what you think. Good, bad, ugly. We prefer the good, but hey, we'll take anything. And show donors, this show is a value for value model, meaning if you get any value out of it, please give us some value back. In that vein, we like to acknowledge those who have supported the show in the past weeks and months, past month, since we only do one live show a month now, and the other 3 are pre-recorded. All the donations $50 and over are read out in the live show, and their note is attached both in the live show and the pre-recorded shows throughout the month. For those that come below $50, they remain anonymous, and we thank you very much. And also would like to thank out the Patreon donors. Well, this week, this show's donors are from early September. We had Jez Webb Pty Ltd, who donated $50, and their note: this donation is on behalf of hotel77.com.au, accommodation with beach views in Newcastle, Australia. It's a WordPress website created by Jez Webb, jezweb.com.au, built with Elementor. He's using that more and more. So thank you very much, Jez. And I thank you for continuing to review new and interesting plugins. It would be interesting to hear of your experience and reviews on disabling Gutenberg, disabling Gutenberg, and clean up or declutter plugins like WP Disable. Oh, never mind. I understand that. My experience and reviews on disable Gutenberg and clean up or declutter plugins like WP Disable. Thanks, Jez. I think I'll stick that one in the review queue, WP Disable. But there will be coming down the line as we hit Gutenberg stuff, disabling plugins and declutter plugins. I haven't used one in quite some time. I used to use them all the time, but I found more effective ways of doing the decluttering. And September 11th, Jez Webb sent us in. Jez Webb Pty Ltd donated another $50. This donation on behalf of Crosstech at crosstech.com.au, who sells storage and workshop equipment in Australia. It is a WordPress website created by Jez Webb at jezweb.com.au, built with Elementor, WooCommerce, and the Yith Quote Request plugin. Thank you for finding new and interesting plugins to review. Thanks, Jez. Well, thank you very much, Jez. Your support of this show has just been amazing over the last year. Really, truly, it's been great. You've helped cover the costs of the servers and the transcripts that we get up, which actually are pretty current now that I have some help and support to get those things up and online and keep them up and current. So thank you for that. All the monies that are collected from donations, they go straight back into the show. They don't make their way into our pockets. And a big thank you to the donors who came in under $50. And for those of you that have small weekly subscriptions and the monthly Patreon subscriptions, thank you very much for your support. It's really a big help. It helps offset the costs. If you'd like to support the show, you can go over to wpplugins.com/donate to donate to the show. So please help the show out there. We'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, and yeah, there's Jez's website. All right, and what do we got here? Yep, over at Patreon, and you can support the show over at wpplugins.com/donate. Yeah, I'm a little scattered. Been a rough month. Not only I'm the executor of the estate, so I've had a lot to do. Still not done. Quite a lot goes into it. All right, my final plugin today is WordPress Simple HTML Sitemap. This is a sitemap plugin, and I know sitemaps aren't used all that much anymore, especially the old HTML ones, but this one I kind of liked, and it's a brand new plugin. And it's reminiscent of what I used to do. And occasionally I do need an HTML sitemap. And if you're not familiar with them, the HTML sitemaps were the old navigation page we used to land on or create for websites back in the beginning of the internet, so people could find their way around your website better, because creating the menus was a bit more work than it is now. But occasionally it still comes in handy if you've got a really crazy deep site. The other thing is it gives a lot of internal links to your site that can be useful. So it's something you may want to check out. And go see this plugin. It allows you to build the sitemaps in multiple ways. You can do it for pages or posts or tags or a mixture of everything. It creates a short code that you then place on a page, and it automatically generates a sitemap. It's a very nice plugin. Does an excellent job of setting things up for you. I found it to be quite useful. It also allows you to create a sitemap with images on the page using the featured images too. So there's multiple ways you can create the sitemaps themselves on this. So go check this plugin out. It's called WordPress Simple HTML Sitemap. And again, I give this one a 5-dragon rating. Yeah, I think we're definitely worth some SEO stuff there. So yeah, so it's one you do want to check out. I know that I'm going to be adding it into my WP plugin site because I still have troubles navigating my own site since it's been growing for 8 years. Lots of stuff in there. The bigger it grows, the more it gets to locate stuff. What else do we got here? Well, that's all the plugins I've got this episode, and I will be bringing more stuff to the table. There's a lot coming down the pike for the show, but closing out the show on the plugins, though, I covered up Draw Attention, which I gave a 4 to, the Image Switcher, which I gave a 5 to, the WordPress Simple HTML Sitemap, which I gave a 5 to. Now I do have some more screencasts that are in production setup for it now. I have a new computer that's being built this next week, so my production is going to get a whole lot easier once I have a computer that's more up to speed for everything. And so I'm going to be producing more of those training videos that I've been producing. There's also, for those that live here on Vancouver Island or Western Canada, if you want to come over to Victoria and visit, we have the monthly WordPress meetups, which are all now scheduled through till June of next year. They're up in meetup.com. And you can join the meetups, and I'm going to be live streaming those out after the bugs of my first meetup. I now know what I've got to do to make sure the live stream actually works the way it's supposed to. And we'll get that out for everyone. And that is some stuff that is going to be really great. I've got several speakers aside from myself presenting, so it's not just me talking all the time and bringing in some different point of views. Our next meetup is going to feature a speaker who's going to come in and talk to us about all the cool things you can do with Gravity Forms. And he's got a whole litany of types of forms and how you can use Gravity Forms in your website to do multiple things. So it's something you'll want to come check out, or at least check out the live streaming version of it, which will be October 9th. The link will be up on our YouTube channel for live events this week, and it'll happen at 6:30 Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast, I'm sorry it's a little late, but the show will be up there in our YouTube channel after that. For WordPress news, other information, related posts, please subscribe to our newsletter. We try to put in all news and other important information into the newsletter. So subscribe to that and get all the latest in contests and other things that's happening. And some of the usual reminders here, well, go check out wppluginsaToZ.com/donate to donate to the show. All the notes, of course, at wppluginsaToZ.com. And I'm supposed to let my girl read it all out. So I will let her read this all out for us.
Reminders for the show. All the show notes can be found at wppluginsaToZ.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the Thursday newsletter for more useful information directly to your email inbox. wppluginsaToZ.com is a show that offers honest and unbiased reviews of plugins by developers because you support the show. Help keep the show honest and unbiased by going to wppluginsaToZ.com/donate and choose one of the weekly donation levels or make one that fits your budget. Help us make the show better for you by subscribing and reviewing to the show at Stitcher Radio, Google Play, and in the iTunes Store. You can also watch the show live on YouTube, check out the screencasts and training videos, and remember to subscribe to us on YouTube or follow the show on Twitter at WPPluginsAToZ. John can be reached through his website, www.johnoverall.com, or send him an email, john@wppro.ca. Marcus can also be reached through his website at marcuscouch.com or Twitter at marcuscouch. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
I guess I'm going to have to hope that Google got me a good cast this time because I forgot to start my backup device. All right, so thank you all very much, and that's all we got for you now. Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to the show. This show is copyright by johnoverall.com. So until next time, have yourselves a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be out there on the globe today. Well, that's the main show. I'm going to take care of a couple of other little things here. So yeah, hi Lewis, thanks a lot for popping into the show. Sorry, it's a short one today, but Marcus was unable to join the show, and I'm just getting back to my normal life after 3 weeks of a lot of stuff on my plate. So check out the live show feedback. It'll be great. And I appreciate everyone coming out, and more is coming along the line soon. And who knows, I may even do the occasional live show here throughout the month just for fun. Anyway, take care now. Bye, everyone.